I want to thank the CED, Jeff and Bruce and Charlie, for the chance to be involved in this project. This was a collegial project, if ever I've seen one, and we really did work together. I think everyone's fingerprints who was on the subcommittee, as well as the staff, as well as some outsiders who helped us a great deal. Gene Johnson from Public Agenda is here today, and at the same time we were meeting to figure out what would go into this report. With their help, we were meeting around the country with business leaders to find out how they saw these issues. So this isn't a report that just came out of Washington, D.C. It really had because of the membership of the subcommittee and because, in a sense, the outreach project started way before, as we were doing the substance. One of the things that is, I think, interesting and important about this report is, almost every group these days can issue a report that's a challenge to someone else to do their job better. And I just hugely to CED's credit that I think this report challenges, it's a challenge to the business community to articulate and finally to have a voice in the national higher education conversation around the issues that matter most to the country. And that is, as Bruce and others have said, are we going to succeed in having the education and training beyond high school that gives individual Americans the opportunities they need, that makes us competitive in the world, and that helps us to enhance and maintain a democracy that's rooted in a vibrant middle class. So the business community, this report has no silver bullets. It doesn't claim we've solved the problem. As Jeff suggested, what it does is it gives business leaders in every state an agenda that they need to carry forward. So CED did not let itself or the business community off the hook on this. Secondly, it's a huge challenge to the states, and it asks business leaders to be leaders in that effort. What we've found out is that we need to do things despite our historic success in higher education, much differently. And if we govern and regulate and fund higher education the same way we have in the past, we're not creating the circumstances that will stimulate the innovation and productivity increases we need. And finally, it's a challenge, I think a very respectful challenge to colleges and universities, because it recognizes the critical role that they play, and yet tells them, and particularly focused on these broad access institutions where most Americans go to college, that we're not going to be able to either tweak or spend our way out of this. We're going to have to think our way out of this. We're going to have to be much more innovative. And finally, I think the report avoided, during the more than a year the work was going on planning this project and executing it, there are all kinds of controversies going on in Washington and around the country that could have leapt into at the expense of this long-term agenda. And as I think has been pointed out, we propose no silver bullet in this report. This report simply puts, in a sense, more challenges in front of everyone rather than saying we've got a formulaic solution to that. The answers to these problems won't be the same for New York and Illinois and California, and it's going to take the kind of local state effort. It's going to take political effort as well as educational effort to get the changes that we need. So for all of those reasons, I think, in addition to all the substance that's in the report that Jeff and Bruce have laid out for you, I think this is a very important report, not because it solves any problems, because it sort of arms us for what is the next step and a crucial step in the history of higher education in this country to develop the 21st century model of education and training beyond high school. Thank you.